Okay. Hey everyone, this is Kelvin. I'm here with Lukas, vocalist of Mental Cruelty. How are you doing, Lukas?
Hey Kevin, I'm doing great. How are you? It's great. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm a big fan of the new album, and I kind of just got into Mental Cruelty on the last album, Hill to Die Upon. And you're actually the new vocalist for Mental Cruelty. Um, before we kind of get into the album, but how did you come about joining Mental Cruelty?
Yeah, it was is this kind of a boring story, to be honest, because it's just like they send out the application that you can join the band, and that they're searching for a new vocalist, and I just sent them two videos. I did send them a cover of King of Fire and the cover of the To the Hellfire from Lona Show. And apparently they liked it, so they reached back out to me, and then I was driving to them to Karlsruhe, and then we recorded some music together, and I came prepared. I had some lyrics written, and so we could record a song together for some music they already wrote before. And it just clicked. We just became friends, and now we're fellow musicians, and now we're a band. And this is how this came about. Yeah, I just officially applied. That's everything.
Yeah, what was it? What was the timeline? I know A Hill to Die Upon just came out like not too long ago, like 2 years ago. Uh, what year did you join?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's like we met last year in July, and now a year later we recorded an album together. We produced a lot of videos, and now Zwielicht is out. Yeah, it's been a rush kind of, but it's been a ride, but a fun ride. Yeah, we met in July. Then I mostly like immediately started recording the writing the lyrics, and then I think kind of in October last year we recorded the album, and then we did all the videos and the promotion, and now it's July again. July 2023. And
the new album's been out for about 3 weeks now. I got it right here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I might actually. I got a blurred background, but it's right here.
Awesome. Looks great.
Yeah. And I'm curious just about your history before you joined the band. How long were you in bands, and were you always a vocalist? Did you ever play other instruments in your bands?
Yeah, I mean, like, I have the guitar right here in the background. I can play some guitar, but I'm really not really a professional guitarist. I was doing vocals all the time. I started with 16, now I'm 28, so I'm doing vocals for quite a long time. But I never really joined in bands. I was like doing vocals all the time, a little bit by myself, like recording myself alone, or just doing vocal covers or rehearsing in the car or something like that. But then I think in 2019 or 2020 or even 21, some around this time frame, I joined my guys from Sun Eater, which I'm still doing music with right now. I'm still in this band, and these guys live near me and near Frankfurt, and I joined them, and that was like the first professional band I joined. And I started to like record the first professional songs and the first professional vocals with the guys from Sun Eater. And I think there I really stepped up my game, and I really learned how to be a good vocalist. And they always gave me so much feedback that I could really use for my own benefit. And without the Sun Eater guys, I probably never could have joined Mental Cruelty, because I took a lot of things that I learned from them to Mental Cruelty. And of course, when we recorded Zwielicht, I tried to step up my game again and try to really do a little bit more diverse vocals, and really try to get more gnarly lows and highs. And I think it worked quite good. People seem to like the album so far, which is really, really great, and which I'm really happy about as the new vocalist. Yeah,
that's really cool. Like I said, I'm still new to Mental Cruelty. just out of curiosity, like who would you say kind of influences you, or who do you kind of look up to in the like as a vocalist?
Or as a vocalist, when I started, it really was Mitch Lucker. Like I had like the first Suicide albums, and like the Cleansing is like the deathcore album. And when you have like songs from like No Pity for Coward, these are like legendary tracks for vocalists, because with Mitch Lucker was like, for me, like the first one who was really a role model, and that which I was like, I tried to copy his styles and all this kind of stuff when I was a young dude and a young vocalist. And then now it's really much Tom Barber. I mean, maybe you cannot really hear that in my vocals right now, but if I give like a little bit more explanation, like for my lows, and like I try to do these more like compressed and barking and like really angry, and I really tried, like a few years ago, I was looking at old like studio vlogs of Lorna's show where Tom Barber recorded vocals, and I really tried to copy his lows. And yeah, I really, Tom Barber, he's so versatile, and he has so nice flows, how he sets the vocals and the lyrics to the track. And yeah, right now it's really Tom Barber. I really like this vocalist. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. It's cool to hear like the guys you look up to. And on the new album Zwielicht, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah.
Zwielicht, yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
And yeah, so that came out June 23rd, so we're about 3 weeks since the album came out. I got a promo copy sent to me, and yeah, right away the first listen, just I was hooked. I mean, I was a fan of Hill to Die Upon, but this one is to me like a whole different like sounding band. I mean, the black metal, the blackened like deathcore part is still there, but I really feel like this album, the symphonic aspect really kind of like, is very noticeable and more prominent on this one. And your vocals too. One thing I noticed, there was some clean vocals in the new album. Was that your first time doing clean vocals, or how did you go about that?
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for these kind words. Thank you so much for the positive feedback. Yeah, we really try to do more styles and more genres, like symphonic metal, more black metal. Great, you like it. And yeah, the cleans, Nowell, our guitarist, is doing the cleans.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can see it in your video, Obsesses a Demonio. You should check that out. Yeah, you can really see him doing the clean vocals. And yeah, I think we have this in Obsesses a Demonio. We have this in Zwielicht and in Symphony of a Dying Star. And yeah, this is something that people really seem to like, which we're a little bit surprised, to be honest, because of course Mental Cruelty started as a more like slam band, and then A Hill to Die Upon was like blackened deathcore. And in the song A Hill to Die Upon, you have cleans in the background. Some people say that's like the first time Mental Cruelty is doing cleans. They did not really listen closely to A Hill to Die Upon, because there are cleans on it. Like in the song A Hill to Die Upon, there are cleans. They are a little bit more in the background, but you can definitely hear them. And these are Nowell cleans. These are Nowell's cleans, and yeah, our rhythm guitarist, he's doing them. And yeah, I think we're open to do them like in the next album. Maybe there will be more cleans. We're glad that people like them. It's great.
Oh, I dig it. I like it a lot. I mean, just adds more variety to the album. And yeah, you mentioned Symphony of a Dying Star. To me, that also, there's like some melodic, like almost like folk kind of melodies. I really dig that. I hope that stays on the next album. Were there
definitely like stuff that we want to do more, like I don't know, folky stuff like Heilung, or like these bands are really inspiring us. And so yeah, I mean, let's see maybe how the next album will sound. I cannot say for sure, but really great that you like these elements. We love them too. We really love them too.
Were you involved in the songwriting process with the rest of the band?
Not so much, to be honest. A little bit. I mean, when I joined, some songs were finished kind of, and I could listen to them and I could just give the guys a little bit more feedback, as like a neutral listener to the songs. Like for example, Norlis, I think the third single that came out, where we all have like this Viking makeup and the songs were like really black metal-ish. And like in Norlis, the end is like a really black metal breakdown. It's like a really groovy part. And at first this part was like half as long. It was like the riff once and then it stopped. And then I told the guys, this riff is awesome. This riff is so heavy. It's so great for the song. You should do it twice as long. And I could tell them, here we just play the riff, and after that, then we do like the finale with some vocals. So I could give them a new perspective as like a neutral listener and tell them, look, this is a strong part in the song. We should like make this more prominent. Or here I can do like more vocals. We should do this. We should do this type a little, this part of the song a little bit more differently. So yeah, I wasn't really part of the songwriting. I was like part in refining the songwriting after like most of the songs were finished. Like for example with Nordlist. And yeah, but most of the time, like Noel and Marvin, or both guitarists, are doing like mainly the songwriting. But yeah, they're always up for feedback and inspiration. So yeah, this is how this just all came about.
Yeah, my favorite track is probably like the last two tracks. I feel like those are really epic songs and really has a lot of like more like atmospheric, like black metal. Yeah, just I feel like the album just kind of like, you know, comes in different pieces or chapters, and you know, there's definitely a lot of like that deathcore in the beginning, and then it kind of starts to slowly evolve, and then towards the end it's just a big epic like finish. It's such a good album, one of my favorites of this year so far.
Oh, great. Thank you. Yeah, it's really awesome that you really like point this out, because this is really how it was intended. Like the first songs are a little bit more deathcore-ish. They are a little bit more, they are harder, I think. And it gets much more, and it gets, the further the album goes, the further the emotion and the atmospheric elements introduce themselves in the songs. So I think it starts with Zwielicht and Symphony of a Dying Star, and then you have like the tracks like the closing track, like A Tale of Salt and Light, where you have like not so much deathcore but more symphonic, atmospheric, black metal-ish elements. And yeah, that's exactly how we intended it, that the album is some kind of a journey. It's not a concept album, but it should feel like a journey, so that it kind of makes sense to listen to it from front to back and listen to all those songs from front to back. And yeah, great that you point this out. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for the great feedback. I'm really glad this is you like the album. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to tell everyone that I, you know, like interact with to check this album out. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons I started like doing this podcast, just to kind of share with people what I like and hopefully try to spread the message of like really good bands that, you know, people wouldn't otherwise see or hear. Yeah, no, I'm like super like just, you know, excited and hyped on this album. And I know you've only been in Mental Cruelty since last year, but have you got a chance to like do some live shows or, you know, like tour like out in Europe?
Yeah, we were so busy with like producing the album, producing videos, so we did not have the chance like to announce so many live dates. But I think for the more and more the time goes, the more we have now booking opportunities, and there definitely will be a lot of stuff we can announce in the future. So yeah, definitely follow us on Instagram. Stay tuned about that. Like the next thing we're going to play is like 24th of July. Like we play in Munich, and after that in 25th of July we play in Slovenia at a huge festival, at Tolminator Festival, and yeah, it's going to be huge fun. And then I have the opportunity to share the stage with my guys from Mental, and yeah, and then we're going to start like to play live. Yeah, hope we can announce something for the US very soon. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, if you guys are like in this part of, you know, the country, I'm in the Southwest, I'll definitely try to, you know, do my best to make it out to see you guys.
Awesome. Southwest. Yeah, we make sure to go there, that you have the opportunity, man. It would be really great to meet you.
Yeah. And I had one quick question I kind of like skipped over. So the last, albums with Mental Cruelty were on Unique Leader Records, and this one is with Century Media.
Yeah.
Were you able to kind of see that process, like, negotiating with a new record label?
Actually not. I mean, they joined Century Media, and then I joined the band, so I did not really have so many insights on like how the process of the changing from Unique Leader to Century Media went. But like from the beginning, I worked with Century Media, and I really have to say, what I can give you as insights and information, it's really a great label and great people to work with. What you would assume is like it's a huge major label. There are huge bands on it, like, I don't know, Arch Enemy, Lorna Shore, and all these kind of bands. And you would think that it gets a little bit more unpersonal because it's such a huge label, and maybe they don't have like the time to care for their artists individually. But it's really not like that. It's like really feels like a family. It really feels like you could always come to them if there's anything that needs to be discussed immediately. Yeah, really, really nice people, great people to work with. Yeah, and I think so far feedback has been great. I think so far marketing with Century Media has been great. And yeah, so far so good. So far great working with Century Media, really, to be honest.
Yeah, they got a lot of good bands. Shoot, I think one of my other favorite albums was the Frozen Soul album. That one, I think, part of Century Media. That one's like really good. And I guess a lot of like, I'm more familiar with the US bands on Century Media, but yeah, I know the Mental Cruelty is like probably for me just like one of the top albums.
Oh, great, thank you. Yeah, Frozen Soul, I checked them out today, but yeah, of course there are other US bands like Signs of the Swarm. They are on Century too, and yeah, and so on and so on.
Yeah. Are there any like bands you think people should check out, or are you friends with any bands you think people should check out, your friends' bands?
Oh, they are like, oh yeah. I think there are two bands that you should check out. I think you should check out Consumer. They are like a German like deathcore band. They are a little bit like Alpha Wolf.
Yeah.
They are like them. And a small project of a friend of us, they are called Nefarious. They are also great. You should check out Sun Eater. Like my other projects, really deathcore, really, really great, but still doing new music quite soon. Definitely check that out. And yeah, and like one band I'm listening to right now a lot of time is like Ahéhee. That's a Portuguese black metal band. They are really atmospheric, really melancholic, really, such a great black metal band. Yeah, Ahéhee, you should check out as well. These are like the suggestions I could give you. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Ahéhee, I'm familiar with them. Yeah, definitely. Like I hear kind of like some of that on the Zwielicht album, especially with the the imagery, and you mentioned the music videos. I haven't checked out all of them, but yeah, definitely they seem more like very like cinematic, very they're very like they emphasize like their look and like their onstage like look.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah.
Ahéhee, definitely they were inspiration for the album, I think so. Yeah, and yeah, don't you worry, like the last video just came out on Monday, so yeah, you will definitely check it out. Yeah, I'm excited to how you think the video is. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, thanks for that's pretty much all I got, but thanks for talking with me. I hope everyone checks out this album. It's still a few weeks out, and everyone should definitely stream it or pick up the record or CD or what have you, and hope I see you guys live sometime.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, great. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, and yeah, check out the album. Let's go stream Zwielicht and get the record. And yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks. Oops. All right, I'm gonna take off. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, thank you too, man. Really nice talking to you. Have a nice day.
All right. Yeah, you too.